Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Rhyme of the Times. This trip to Uganda has disrupted things a little bit, and we are now 2 weeks behind, so apologies for that. This is Rhyme of the Times for the weekend in 25th of February 2023. A year of death commemorated, but Putin's bloodlust is still not sated. So the war goes on unabated, and Russia remains isolated. Lanks police to be investigated, and new IRA castigated. A great commentator venerated. Sunday morning, hot on every news wire, a woman's body found in the River Wyre. Ever since Nicola Bulley disappeared, this was the news that many had feared. The news that none of us wanted to hear. The police, though, had been fixed on one idea. All other reasons for why she had vanished had been considered, then had been duly banished. Their number one hypothesis they'd never altered, that the mother of two had gone in the water. Lanks police had faced a lot of stick, but with their main theory they were right to stick. Overall, though, the force have been castigated, so their investigation will now be investigated. There will, in particular, be focused critique of the press conference they held last week, when their attempts to douse speculation almost trashed Miss Bulley's reputation. While hope for a protocol solution bubbles, this week came echoes of the Irish Troubles. The new IRA, still entrenched in the past, had a shadow across the country cast. On Wednesday, Republican thugs lost the plot and had Detective Chief Inspector John Caldwell shot. The off-duty policeman was with his son in Omagh, putting footballs into the boot of his car. He'd just finished a soccer coaching session when he was the target of brutal aggression. From close range, many bullets were showered from the weapon of a spineless, faceless coward. On Saturday, in a huge show of unity, more than 1,000 from the Omagh community gathered with placards saying "No going back," defiantly unfazed by this cowardly attack. 6 suspected yellow bellies have now been detained, as in a grave condition John Caldwell remained. Was this senseless stunt meant to show opposition to Sunak's new Irish protocol proposition? Boris Johnson ain't best pleased, we're guessing, the way he's reacted to Rishi's messing with his hard border, soft border protocol deal that borders on the ridiculous, many feel. He says his Brexit deal was a solution, a Northern Irish trade impasse resolution, and that no one should be under the illusion that he fudged it to bring a Brexit conclusion. More delusion than illusion, Boris bashers say, although many still see things Johnson's way. The world ended the week suddenly overcast as the world reflected on the year just past. 12 months since the invasion of Ukraine spurred a year-long orgy of Putin mass murder. The deaths of so many were commemorated, while those of Ukrainians Putin celebrated. A UN General Assembly resolution said, "Remove your thugs from Ukraine, Mr. Putin." The language was more politic, but all the same, the message in New York was very plain. On Thursday, 141 countries backed it. The Russians, of course, indignantly attacked it. 6 other countries were on the Russian side, while 32 nations were too scared to decide. The decision's not binding, so Russia prevailed. Once again, the human race has failed. China was the most notable to abstain. They even made noises against Ukraine, saying they might support this Russian roulette. Sovereign integrity is something they just don't get. The Ukrainian foreign minister politely asked, could the assembly stand to honour those who've passed? This rattled the Russian representative's cage, throwing him into a barely disguised rage. He stressed it was also for Russia's fighting men. No, Paranoid persecution guilt complex there then. But for his president, none of them would be dead. Irony that failed to crack through his concrete head. On the subject of Putin, we had on Monday another demonstration of his mind gone astray. In a stage-managed TV broadcast, badly staged, his minions were to show they were on his page. But the lackeys lacked any real conviction that they believed this Putinistic fiction. His speech then sought to ratchet up world tension as the chief attention seekers sought more world attention. So we'll deny him that and return back home where British shoppers had cause to groan. A perfect storm of different reasons, from rising prices to messed up seasons, had led to a fruit and veg limited supply as a chain reaction rations what we buy. Wednesday night and John Motson was down his local, talking football, analytical, anecdotal. His 50 years with the Beeb started in '68, now in retirement with a pint and some mates. Half a century as part of our Soccer Saturday, as integral as the theme to Match of the Day. On the pub TV, he watched Champions League soccer. Next morning he was dead. What a shocker. Out of the game of life on sudden death, late drama exacted by the almighty ref. On over 2,000 matches he'd commentated. BBC Sports loss can't be compensated. A voice to be forever commemorated.